one of the most intimidating environments in all of sport. And with a war drum beating, the crowd has begun its battle cry here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys looking to finish off their probable run from wild card team to conference champions. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, the home team here in what's been a very unpredictable and chaotic playoff so far. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special team, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play.
In motion goes the tight end. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Play action. It's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. A gain of 7.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Chiefs.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Mike Green in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk to his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Mike Green, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
Jackson now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Ravens.
Here's Jackson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run over center with Mitchell. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Chris Jones on the
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 13 yards out. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And that is incomplete. Second and 10.
For number 85, incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Kansas City.
On first and 10, it's Spears. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. This a second and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Now here's Mahomes. The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Hand off to Spears. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
It's a gain of 3.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now it's Jackson off play action. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop to throw. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 11. Now Spears to begin the drive. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
First down. A gain of 30.
Jackson options out left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Mitchell. That's a gain of 8. Makes it third and
Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The Spears with another carry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. Here is 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll try and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what counters. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw. Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
To throw is Jackson.
2nd and a yard.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Baltimore first down.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
He's going to waft this one deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Intended for number 8.
And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to get this out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Right back to Spears. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought down
Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Harrison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they'll they'll get this down to the 10. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First down and goal to go.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyjae Spears, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Chiefs 10.
That time a 9-play drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start with the option. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Mahomes to throw once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Jackson. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be out right at the 35.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, Jackson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up second and 4 at the Chiefs' 46-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 30.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. First down, here's Mitchell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And the Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Baltimore.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive is eating up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
The 11-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
A give here to Mitchell. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
First down.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that point, they wound up losing yardage.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a second down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 40.
Now here's Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
And here's a give to Spears. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Mahomes going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw, it's Mahomes. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Now a give right side. Harrison. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll try to pick it up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Baltimore first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Mitchell here. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Play action. It's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they'll
get him down as he's inside the 40.
17 yards.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.